G'day, it's Mark Anthony here from More Clients Fast, and quite often I've had people ask me about different coaches, who's good, who's not, out of fields of things that I don't really specialise in. So I'm going to be doing a tutorial today, or just a quick video on Kerry Fitzgibbon. I just spent 2 days in a seminar listening to what she had to say, and I know what some of you are thinking who know me. 2 days in a seminar, Mark Anthony doing that? Not likely. Most people really, when I go to a seminar, which is not often these days, or if I listen to a webinar, if they don't wow me within the first couple of minutes on a webinar or before the first break in a seminar, I'm out of there. I just couldn't be bothered wasting my time, and that's how you should be, I think. So went along to this seminar. It's all about Facebook marketing, and it's something I know a little bit about, but I'm not an expert at. I've got 2 staff members that are, but that's not me, so I wanted to learn. Before the first break, they didn't wow me, but they got me enough interested to think, you know what, there's some good stuff coming, and what they said made a lot of sense. So Kerry Fitzgibbon, give you a thumbs up for that. Straight away, good tick. And I know, look, I'm skeptical. It's just the way I am. 14 years in this industry of advertised marketing, lead generation. I've seen it all. I'm sick of the nonsense. I found Kerry to be very straightforward, which I liked up on stage or on stage. And so I could work along with that. That's fine. What I did like very much was 2 main things. The number one thing that I liked the most was this. Out of the 2 things, was some of the principles she gave about video marketing on Facebook were really good. So good, in fact, that I came back after the seminar that first night and I actually implemented some of those into my Facebook ads. Now here's the numbers. Usually I spend around $300 to $400 to get what I got, the same results I got doing these ads on Facebook for $34.16. Same results with less than 1/10 of the ad spend, which I thought was quite incredible. The 2 things that work, she was saying that when you do video ads on Facebook, number one, they're very cheap now because Facebook wants you to use them. So ride that wave as long as you can before inevitably they put the prices up. And the other thing was that they convert so much better. So usually that's the case, but on Facebook I had my doubts. I tried it, it bloody worked. So that's a big thing for me. Now, out of those webinar attendees, mind you, I had 52 webinar attendees. This webinar started after 9 PM on Monday night, which is probably not the best night to have webinars, and around that time it's just a no-go zone. That's after 10 PM Sydney time because of daylight saving. We don't have that up here in the Gold Coast. 52 people attended. For those that stuck around, there's a few people that opted into my offer at the end. To get those kind of numbers, seriously, I'd have to spend $300 to $400, maybe a little bit more, give or take, depends where the audience is. What I did for $34.16. That's just crazy. That's good stuff for me. I'm happy about that. Now, I'm not an expert at video ads on Facebook. I'm sure I did a couple of things wrong that she mentioned, but still those results that came in were just outstanding. So on a level of doing an okay video to get those results, I'm pretty excited. The other thing that really got me with her is what she said at the seminar for the newbies. And she probably didn't realise it was so good for the newbies, but I hear this a lot. People always say, you've got to use video on your website, you've got to use video on here and video on there and video everywhere. But what they don't do is they don't tell you what Kerry told us. It's about what you put in that video that really matters. For example, what she said was, when you start the video, make sure that you've got an introduction so people know who you are. Very quickly, also get into a problem that you're solving. Talk about the problem so people who have this problem understand it, and then they will listen. Then solve that problem for them. Give them a solution. Show some testimonials, people that you've done some work for that actually have used what you've got and how it's fixed their problem. That builds trust. Of course it does. And the last thing was a call to action, which is probably one of the biggest things that people leave out of their videos. Now, this doesn't have to be a big long video. It doesn't have to be anything that's super professional. For Pete's sake, use your iPhone. Some of the iPhones these days, which is what they covered in the webinar, are so inexpensive to use, and the quality of the video is actually really good. A couple of things that you will need is like the lapel mic, a little stand that you can buy, and also some lighting like the lights I use in here. You can buy them very cheap or inexpensive off eBay. As a matter of fact, if you're watching this on YouTube, I'll put some links underneath. If it's on Facebook, I'll put some links in there. We can actually buy the whole kit and caboodle off eBay for less than 130 bucks. It's crazy cheap. For that reason as well, I know that she's got some good stuff. I've proven to myself that it works, and I would say that if any of you are having some thoughts about whether you join one of her seminars, read any of Kerry Fitzgibbon's books, a webinar that she might be on, definitely a 10 out of 10 for me, I would say for sure. I got the opportunity, or I had the opportunity to speak with her at the VIP event after the first night. Spent maybe just 5 minutes talking one-on-one, and I got the feeling she's really down to earth and very straightforward. You know, sometimes people try and give you they try and woo you up and try and get you in the mode to buy. There was none of that. She was very straightforward, and I felt like I was just talking to any Tom, Dick and Harry, so to speak, except she obviously specialises in Facebook. So it's a little bit of a long-winded, I don't know what you want to call this, tutorial on what I think about Kerry Fitzgibbon. And I would say, if you're looking at any of her stuff, I would say to have a look into it, because I believe it definitely works, because I've tried it, and it's only been 1 day. So I've actually got some campaigns been putting together today. Hopefully have those ready by tonight or tomorrow. It's getting kind of late now, where it's 6:40 p.m. So I might call a night and get onto those tomorrow. If there's any of you guys have some questions when you're watching this, by all means, if you're watching this on YouTube, just post down below. I'll be happy to answer your questions. Same on Facebook. Apart from that, it's Mark Anthony here, signing out. Good luck. Cheers.